All right, hi everyone. Welcome back to the podcast. Hope you all are doing well. Van, you're
Hello,
not gonna say hi
everyone.
to them.
I
The
was
way you
waiting for
just
you. I was waiting for you to finish. I didn't want to talk over you, but look, chaotic. We've started again.
okay. Take two.
Oh God.
Hi everyone. Welcome back to the podcast. Hope you all are doing well.
Hi, everyone.
Ah,
Welcome.
why is your eye so slow?
Hi, everyone. Welcome to another
Uh-huh.
episode of Banter and Belief. It's nice to be here again. We've missed
Thank
you.
you.
Have you missed us?
Energy, energy, energy,
Oh
energy.
Lord.
You dey feel the vibe. I dey
And
feel
I
the
feel that
vibe. Oh,
vibe.
you dey feel
Go
energy. Thank you, thank
Barbary.
you, thank you, thank you.
Go Barbary. Anyway,
Eh?
sorry.
Sorry guys. As you can see by my dressing, I am going to go and MC, so I'm pumped up a bit. So what is my media training? Back to professionalism. Well, yeah, hi guys, welcome. Van, how's your week been? How's your week been? We're close to the end of the year, a couple of weeks to go.
My week was good. Thank you.
Nice, 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 nice. Is that all you're going to why are you
I
squeezing
had a
mouth?
good week. I messaged you that screenshot,
Yeah,
didn't
yeah, yeah,
I?
yeah.
I had
Yeah.
a good week, guys. You know when you work hard and your hard work pays off, it's a great feeling.
Oh,
It's
that's
really,
good.
it's really great. So I'm grateful that God is, I say, how do you say, like He's crowning my effort.
Amen.
I've been working hard, and I've been stretching myself, and yeah, I like where it's going. Like I'm one of those people that can actually say I'm on a career trajectory or whatever they call it. Like,
Ooh.
and I'm grateful. I'm
That's a
grateful that
proper
my hard work
adulting
is
stuff.
paying off. Yeah, because
Career
I
trajectory.
said to you, like I've always had this thing about what do I want to do with my life. Like I got my side hustles and stuff, but I've always wanted something constant, something stable.
Mm,
And I found something. I have something, and I'm grateful for that. And yeah, it's all working out. So I'm just grateful. I think I'm in a mood of gratitude, and yeah, gratitude to
nice.
God. So yeah. And you,
Yeah.
B, how was your week?
No, my week has been all right. Yeah, a few adulting moments where you have to put your big boy pants on and communicate, even at work as well. Until I found out that my company is Povos. Sorry if anyone from there listens to this podcast, but come on, guys. I was telling my manager that I need a pay rise. I was like, what does it take for me to get on the next band of pay? And he was like, he thought I was asking for like increment. I was like, no. The next band, G, I want to be on. He was like, oh, that would be a role would have to come up. And then he said, that's the band I'm on. In my mind just did the
Well,
maths. I was like, oh, sorry. You know that when I ask them for body, they're always like 30 feet. So in my head, I'm thinking, what do you mean that's the band you're on? He manages
mm,
he basically manages a department.
mm.
And that's the pay he's on. That would never happen in there. And we slate the NHS. That would I was like, no. So and then I spoke to my dad. My dad gave some word of advice. So if people here say I don't they work for Saudi Arabia, take it as it is. Because
All right, big boy things.
that's the aim for next year. Oh. I'm tired. Well, we're talking about it's towards the end of the year. This year has been long. It has also actually been a year of just trusting God because a lot of times it's just God has just had to do his thing and show up, right? But it's on the other end. I was telling someone it's not like I'm happy, but I'm at peace. And I think that's what content is. Is like, yeah, I want my situation to be better. We all want to be in a better position than we were last year. But I said I'm like, oh, I'm actually at peace with things because I have things I'm doing and I'm trusting God. So why fret? So yeah. So yeah, and we hope you all are doing well. It's towards the end of the year. Drop a comment. Let us know. Let us know how you're doing. Do you know you can comment on Spotify?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So guys,
So
please go comment. Like, I know you guys send like DMs and stuff about how much you love the episode, which I think is fantastic. But if you can go on Spotify and comment on the Spotify episode. Thank you for your ratings as well. We have ratings on Spotify. So
Oh.
thank you. But yeah, if you can go on there and just give us a comment, let us know how you found the episode, because it also gets it out to listeners of other podcasts that you listen to.
Mm.
So if enough of you listen to our podcast and interact with our podcast, it will start to suggest us to the other listeners of other podcasts that you listen to. So let's get the world, Jesus Christ. Let's get the word out there to the world, and
Amen.
let's heal the nation.
Amen. Preach on, preacher.
Let's
Oh yeah. Okay, so guys, the new segment we introduced a couple of weeks ago. First of all, welcome to the new segment, Unfiltered. Well, it's still relatively new. And we had asked you guys a question. And we asked the question, what is your weird food combo? And I just want to say, I gave Van side eye for saying pasta and ayamashi. But the fact that that was one of the first comments to come up,
well.
hmm,
I mean, don't doubt me.
don't doubt. To be honest,
I feel so seen.
you're a chef, so you know. But can we just ask, all right, what is jollof rice and fried egg whites?
Did you not see my response to that? I have that.
You do that as well.
Yes.
You people are adventurous, so.
Yes. It's so nice. So
Wait, but when
if
we
you,
say
especially if you
wait.
add plantain.
But jollof rice and plantain is nice. But when we say fried egg whites, are we just talking about the white? So you remove the yolk.
Yeah, you could remove the yolk, or you can have it as like scrambled. You could have it scrambled, or you could have the egg
Oh, that's
whites.
not bad. Then you put it inside. Oh no, that's not. That's Chinese rice now. Egg fried rice.
No, but like on the side, like as is like where you'd have chicken, for example. You can have it like that. I do that. Yeah.
Okay. That's not too bad. But the
Mm,
one I don't understand is boiled egg and what is this perini? What is a perinis or perinis?
Peronaise.
What is that?
Peronaise. So basically, if I understand her correctly, she's talking about maybe like a peri peri sauce, or like a sriracha with mayo, and then you can slice it and you can put the sauce in it, and you can maybe put like chili flakes on it. I've done that.
You know what? Maybe I'm just not adventurous enough.
No. Okay, can we correct that? If you guys listen to the previous episode, you will hear a certain person say that they could eat rice and stew every day. There is nothing on this list that this person is going to understand, because you said it's rice and stew. I still hear I'm gonna rice and stew, rice and stew. So peronaise and egg whites with jollof and I imagine with spaghetti, you're not going to get that, because do you even eat spaghetti? No, it's rice, jollof rice, fried rice, Chinese rice, Thai rice, every rice. I'm sorry, but anyway,
Are you finished or are you done?
whatever you want.
No rice slandered, or my rice slandered will be accepted
Okay.
in here.
Okay.
But for this week's Unfiltered, seeing how it's the end of the year, we have two questions, and you can send us a DM and we'll read out your replies to this. So the question for this week's Unfiltered is, what was a wow moment or the most unhinged moment you experienced in 2024? Send us a DM, let us know. I am looking forward to seeing what people say. I had a wow moment. But I'll tell you guys that on the episode when we read out your replies. So yeah. But seeing it's the end of the year, we are going to just look back, take a stroll down memory lane, just react and touch on some things that happened this year. And let's see if some of you were there when it happened, if you remember when it happened. But one thing that happened this year is We started a podcast. Yay!
Glory, glory, hallelujah.
Sing, you know I hate when you start singing and then you don't even do 3 lines.
Oh, because
Sing.
I don't want to I don't want to disrupt the podcast. I just, guys, sorry, I'm the kind of person where if you say something, I start singing. So
Sing. Let's go.
sing what?
The glory. We are Thanksgiving now. This is Thanksgiving episode. Let's go.
Can we do
Glory,
that at the
glory,
end?
glory. Sing. As well, when you are walking out from the back of the church. Oh yeah, let's
So
go.
what's my key? Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory,
I'm out of it. Hey God.
hallelujah. God, do you know what?
There we
It's
go.
fine. It's
Glory, glory, hallelujah. The earth is. Forgot the lyrics.
B. You know what? Let's move on. Let's move on.
I totally forgot the lyrics. But yeah, we started
Yeah,
a
we started a
podcast.
podcast. I can't believe it.
It's been what, 9 weeks?
Yes.
3 months, because we started in October. Wow. October, November, December. This is, and it's been good. How have you found it, having to work with me every week?
Guys, do you know what I will say is that B, I love you, you know that. But I think you all like I think that working with your friends is it's a different dynamic because you have to work in such a way that you preserve the friendship, but you don't you're very open about your thoughts and your feelings without hurting their feelings. So we disagree. We don't always agree, guys. Like when we put content out, a lot of discussion has gone into it. I'm like, no. And he's like, no, but Van, like, yeah, but my thoughts, I'm like, I don't know. And we'll just go back and forth. Like, we're arguing, but we're not, like, it's not, we're arguing, but it's like, and I like the fact that we respect each other enough to maintain our friendship and then have a venture on the side. But it's been nice working with you because once again, like, I think that you're a very intelligent person and you're very creative, and it's nice to see you actually just own it. So a lot of the creativity, like creative side of this podcast is driven, by B. And so it's nice to see you just trust your ideas and just put it forward. It's been nice. It's been nice working with you so far. So I'm enjoying it.
Thank you for those sweet words, my dear friend. Thank you. No, yeah, it has been nice working with Van. Also, like, I think it's just also trusting each other. So if Van is saying things like the sound quality is not good, I'm not, in my head thinking, oh, you're trying to do too much, or oh, we just started, so why does it have to be this, this detailed, or why are you trying to do the most? So there's none of that. It's just trust that the person you're working with wants the best for the product you're producing. And I use the word product because Van always, when we get to, like, so that's for the episode, we have like a little meeting, and I would like say, oh, so we're gonna do this, and Van is like, see, you're the one that wants it, and you say, but Van forgets that I react to the things she says. This is the person that, when me in my head, this is virtual, we can do this for like a couple of years. This woman is the one that'll be saying things like, would we get a studio? Would we do this? Like, let's bring this person. And I'm thinking, so my first thought is like, oh, we don't have to do that. But before we started, I removed that idea from my head that any idea, big or small, I will not do my first reaction of running away. But my thing is, like, once you tell me something, my brain goes, oh, so what's the pathway to get there? So when I'm not telling Van the pathway to get there, she's looking at me like, oh, see, you're the one carrying and I'm like, oh, I'm responding to what you said. You're the one who is saying 20,000 people in Madison Square Garden, like, so that's not me. That's not me.
But you might as
So,
well. Do you know what I think about life? And I've come to realize this year is I started saying yes. Like, yes, my dreams are big, but so is my God. Like,
mm,
I can do it. We can do it. And one thing I will say for everyone who's listening to this podcast is not what I think is going to make me famous. I don't actually plan to be famous. It's not. It's
it's
not.
money we want.
It's not a desire. Well, money, if money comes in, fantastic. But it's not a
I don't
desire
need the
of
fame.
mine. Like, oh, I want to be a star. No. But for me,
Mm,
I've always wanted to make impact. And
yeah,
just the
yeah.
message of someone messaging and being like, oh, you know, that episode really touched me. I feel so seen. I can't believe you also go through this. That for me
Mm,
is impact. And I like that with everything that I do. Like when I first put music out, I remember I sent it. I don't for you guys. I'm going to shout my friend here. So Dave creates. When I recorded the demo, even before it hit Spotify
actually,
and
such a big fan of
Apple,
Dave, you know.
yeah,
I'm
he's
actually a fanboy
amazing. Like
of Dave, yeah.
I always I still I find out like I love his music. And before it dropped, I remember I sent it to him, and he was like, "Is that you?" I said yes. Like I was so gassed,
Mm,
and I wrote it because I write my songs, and I always wanted to do things in my life where I do something and someone's like, "Oh, it changed my life," or even if it's just the one person. And so to have this podcast doing that, I think it's such an amazing thing. So if we can get bigger, why not? Everyone who has started a podcast that we know and love today, and we're buying tickets to go see them, they all started from a WhatsApp message or from a group chat message of, oh, let's try this out. Oh, let's do this. Oh, it would be a nice idea to start a YouTube channel. It would be a nice idea to start a podcast or to start a business. It all started from a random conversation between friends, between acquaintances, and said, let's do this. And so yeah, I'm not going to shy away from the fact that I want it to grow. We don't even know what's going to come out of this. We
true,
have no clue
true.
what's going to come out of this. You know, people like I started my business in the kitchen of my uni accommodation, and it's just it's interesting. Like you started your initiative with while 3.0 and the other person, I don't want
Yeah,
to say their name
that
because
was
I don't
in
know
uni
their like
actually,
yeah,
yeah.
that was in uni. You guys
Yeah.
started that from uni, and so that's how it is. So I don't dream small, but at the same time, it's like I think for things like this, I think the biggest driver has to be your why. Because there's a
Mm,
podcast when they first started, I started to listen to them and it fell off. I won't say it fell off. I stopped listening to them because it was clear that they didn't have a clear vision of where they wanted it to go. So they started to almost you could kind of see I'm not going to mention their name as well, so I'm going to say what I want because I'm not going to mention their name. I don't want them to feel bad, but you could kind of see blotches and stains of other different podcasts, prints of other different podcasts
mm,
on their podcast. You could tell that they didn't know what they wanted to be, and by default, they didn't know because the style that they started with was lovely. I would share the episodes every week. I would like you would think that I was friends. I mean, I knew one of them because we went to uni together, but it was just so nice. I liked where the thing was going, and all of a sudden, it
it
just,
took a turn.
yeah, they had.
Mm,
It was clear that they didn't have a direction. Hopefully, I hope that they have some sort of a meeting, and they kind of do like a rebrand and come back stronger. Because I enjoyed the earlier parts of the episodes, but yeah, I just I'm grateful to be doing this with you, because I think
aw.
you're
What now? I cannot say again.
because I think you're nice to work with, and you do keep me on my toes, and you've been very consistent, with getting things out there and stuff. So I'm looking forward to what we do in the new year. I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to it.
Big plans, big things, more like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Actually, talking about music, here's a question. What new music or new artists did you discover this year?
Can I start?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so if you are seeing this, hello. If you're seeing this, Dwayne. So Dwayne the Stoic is an artist that I discovered this year. Dwayne, if you're watching this, I am such a huge fan of yours. I'm sure you've seen on Twitter, like I retweet everything. I'm a Stoic. Hi, we the Stoics. I absolutely love your music. And I'm one of those people where if I discover a song or an artist, I go down. So I listen to everything from Heavy Heart. I listen to Love Lane. He's now dropped the Master of Ballads. I absolutely love your music. Shout out to Rafi. Rafi is Dwin's producer. Rafi is also an artist. And those two are,
Mm.
how will I say it? I think I tweeted this, that the last, like, there was an album I could liken Love Lane to, because Love Lane was a collaborative project between Rafi and Dwayne the Stoic, and they dropped Love Lane, and I liken it to Distant Relatives by Nas and Damian Marley. I feel like that EP was brilliant. Brilliant, guys. If you haven't listened to Love Lane, go listen to Love Lane. And then yeah, so I discovered doing this, this year, and your music is fantastic. I absolutely love your music. The day you touch the UK, even if you go to Glasgow, I'm coming. Even if you go to Dundee, or you go to somewhere in like remotely in Wales, if you're in in fact, if you're in Europe, I will fly and come and see you. Because when you did the stuff at Muson, Dwayne, I was having so much FOMO, but I really, really appreciate great music. And when he dropped Master of Ballads, the last album that made me feel like that was Multitude by Stromae. And I was just like, I love good music. So thank you, Dwayne. Thank you. I'm looking
Nice.
forward to my Spotify Wrapped, because I learned Ale. He has a song called Ale. I was able to sing Ale word for word within like 24 hours. And it had English and it had French in it. And I was able to sing that song word for word by the end of the 24th hour, I'm sure. Because I banged out your songs. You, Rafi, and Rafi's new project. I love you guys. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking. B, sorry, I'm just fangirling out because I love good music. Every time I listen to, like, I discover someone else, it's just like, wow, fantastic. So
Nice.
doing the Stoic, Rafi, love you guys. Yeah.
Okay, I will definitely have to check this. I have no idea who this person is.
Oh, I have a few people who I've put on to doing, and
Nice,
I'll
nice,
give you,
nice.
I'll recommend 5 songs that you should start with if you want to fall in love with doing the Stoic, because you will. Trust me,
Okay.
you will. Anyway, how about you?
What new songs did I discover? Well, one song I really liked this year was "Beautiful Things," and I know it's people are gonna be like, it's such a TikTok song, but by Benson Boone. These beautiful things that I've got, and
Don't
yeah, and I
is it
love,
that one?
yeah,
Yeah.
because it reminds, like, I like soft rock as well,
Babe.
so it was a good callback. Like, but I actually lis- listened to a lot of Nigerian Christian artists this year, which I didn't usually do. So some songs or some artists I really liked. Or is it the artist or is it the song I really liked? I liked a couple of songs from Ebuka song. I thought he was really good. Then to be honest, this was the first year I listened properly to Donson. And people
Mm.
are probably going to be like, "How is this the first?" No, this I've never listened to a project of his. If I had heard this song, I didn't even know because they would have just sang it in church. But this was the first day I sat down to be like, "Oh, let me actually listen to his body of work." And I'll say his last album. If there's anyone who is a movie director producer and you need soundtracks, those songs sound you could give them to Disney movies or
Nah,
Hollywood. Like some of the songs on that album were basically soundtracks.
the
But
Great Commission was
yeah, it was a
A1. A1, guys,
it was
A1.
such a good album. Also, who did I? Oh, yeah, obviously. I didn't know that this was how you pronounce his name, because I thought his name was Anderson, and then I just couldn't pronounce the last part.
An Endless Ocean.
An endless
Oh my
ocean.
God.
And the only way I learned his name was we were doing a church hangout, right? And they asked me to put the music together, like a playlist. And someone came to me, I was like, "Oh, do you have an endless ocean on the playlist?" I was like, "Who is that? And why is your name an endless ocean?" And they're like, "You have a playlist without an endless ocean on it?" I was like, "Yes, you can look at the playlist." And they were like, "Bro, the first person on the playlist is
Mhm.
an endless ocean." I was like, "That's how you pronounce his name?" Because all I could see was Ando, and I thought maybe it was like Scandinavian. You know how in Europe we have this. So it's just like I thought that was what it was.
So someone said on Twitter yesterday that he thought that an endless ocean, like he used to read it as an Edo name, and then someone responded and said
Oh,
his name is an endless ocean is Amos Esosos Osamudi Ahmed or something like that. And I'm just like,
actually, it
because he
could
goes by like
be.
AEO,
Yeah, yeah,
which is
yeah.
an endless ocean or something, and you're like, you thought it was like an Edo name or something like that. I said, guys, can we like stop?
Oh, yeah, it's possible. Yeah,
Can
I
we-
would have no, because I really didn't know that that was how you pronounce his
I mean,
name. But
you
I
got called out
love.
music, so some people like just call themselves like.
See, can we? We might have to talk. I think we have something set up for like a music episode because
Mm.
we have to talk about some of these names.
But we can't do it all
That's
in one episode, so we might
no,
even
no, no, no,
like
no.
split it into two. Like talk about like I
Well,
like people who are very simple. Nafano Basi, Dusin Onyeko, and Victoria Renze.
like
Even
it,
Ebuka song
no,
self
but
is
you
what's
can
his.
have a. I don't have an issue with a stage name, but why is your stage name you're calling?
Yeah, an
Sorry,
endless
no.
ocean. Yeah.
And an endless ocean called out music, or he's you are called out to be honest. But we have to talk about this. So this Chris, we have to talk about Christian cause. Well, they are not considered. That's okay. That's we're sidetracking. But yes, really enjoyed your music and endless ocean. Loved your work. I actually did a dance ministration to one of your songs
Come
this year,
on, give
so
yeah, Papa Lock,
loved it.
Papa
Pop
Lock.
and lock. Saying that pop and lock.
Is
Dead.
that not what you guys do? I'm not a dancer. Sorry, I don't know.
See, I just want my
Look
future
what I
kids to know.
fathom.
My future kids need to know. I will dance battle them and I will embarrass them. I will beat them in the dance battle in the future. The way I'll be doing my waves like this.
Breathe in, breathe
Breathe,
out,
eh?
breathe in,
The-
breathe out, breathe
God,
in,
I
breathe
God,
out.
you know my heart. My kids must know how to. God, I beg
Dun,
of
dun,
you.
dun, dun,
My
dun,
kids
dun,
will not.
dun.
Imagine my kids will not have rhythm.
Try.
Oh God,
What a wow.
as in your papa can dance, you don't know how to dance. No, 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 no.
I think
Boy,
as long as my kids are musical, I'm fine. Like they need to
mm,
play an instrument. They have to.
facts,
They have to.
facts.
One music instrument, one sport.
And if you play drums, you have to learn another instrument. I'm sorry, because you cannot carry drum everywhere with you. But you need to be able to walk into a place and they're like, "We need someone to play the keys," and you just come and go, just like just caress the keys small. What is that? Not how you musicians say it, eh?
Hmm. Okay.
Is you that have people giving me side eye on our comments. Is you they should be side eyeing because why did me saying karate key? I just clocked what you might have been thinking in your head.
What was I
Why did that
thinking?
make you stop?
Because I've never heard someone say they caress a musical instrument.
Wait, is caress not caress?
Yes, caress.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
You
like
know,
why would you caress? Why would
you
you
know.
caress a musical?
Actually, speaking of pronunciation, something that's happened this year, social media. I heard that people are having big beef on on Twitter, and then because of this caress and caress thing, my friend who was telling me about the beef said that someone tweeted that I can't believe these two women are fighting over a guy that pronounces pursue as pursue.
Listen, yeah. Can we segue into pronunciations very quickly? Because I think it was 90s Babies podcast that were talking about the way that our parents have messed up our vocabulary. Because there's a lot of things that when I first moved, because I moved to the UK, well, young-ish, yeah. And so when I moved to the UK, like, thank God for my mum, who when I was in Nigeria, like, I was like a Disney babe, so I would watch all those things. So I kind
Mm.
of knew. But some things I couldn't get out of my vocabulary. E.g., what's a nylon bag?
Did you know that I didn't even know that was a proper word in the dictionary until I moved to Europe and I had nylon.
Yeah, like nylon is a material. So they'll
Yeah,
say nylon bag, they'll
nylon
say
bag.
trafficate. Like, you know when you like
Yeah,
indicate like left or right, like when you're driving, like
it's to
trafficate.
trafficate now.
They will say, like what's this one? Like, you know how you have like your Tupperware plastic containers? What they even used to call it, like just plastic. Cannot
But
be
it's no traffic.
plastic.
I still say, the person didn't even traffic it.
No, but do
I
you know
still
what?
say,
Do you know what's interesting is the fact that for those who don't know, because Britain colonized like Nigeria is one of like the colonized countries, and so we learnt English theoretically. So our words are correct, but they're not conversational. So I'll give an
mm,
example. I'll give an example to a work friend of mine. Like if you went to like France and said "ça roule," or you said "salut," it's like it's whatever. But if you said "bonjour," like "bonjour" is very formal. "Good morning" is very formal as opposed to "hiya," "hello," "what's up,"
mm-hmm,
or like in Yoruba you say "showa," okay. Like there's conversational languages and then there's formal. So you wouldn't go to the Queen of England and say hiya, you know? And
mm-hmm,
so we learned things like good morning, how do you do? How are you? And so we would use words like tantamount and gumption and peradventure.
dead.
Those are correct words, but no one is saying peradventure. You would say in case.
Paraventure.
And they say
We
peradventure.
say we say paraventure.
It's actually per adventure, but we say peradventure. Like, so by default, you'll be saying tantamount.
Dead.
Is tantamount. I'm sure I've used that word on this podcast at some point. They've just messed up a vocabulary, and so some people be like, "What kind of word is that?" Like,
Did you
I
know
say things like simultaneously and concurrently. Like, there's no reason I should be using simultaneously in a normal conversation,
for
in
the
my opinion,
longest
anyway.
time, I didn't know that kwashiorkor was actually an a medical or English word.
B, please.
I am being serious. I thought it was one of our own Nigerian
Like
words.
slangs. Yeah, it's
No, I thought it's just what we called people with kwashiorkor.
do you know what's so
Until
funny? B,
until I saw like was it a spelling bee or something, and they
mm.
told the person spell kwashiorkor. I was like, why would they ask him to spell that? And
But
then I
right
checked
there though,
dictionary, it was there. It's
but
an
there,
actual
no,
thing.
but you're even saying it with a Nigerian accent because I promise you, the reason I'm not saying it is because I don't know how you actually say it. I can only say
I
it with a
I
Nigerian
I
accent.
I think that's I used. No, I heard it on a Joe Rogan podcast. That's why I was like, oh my days, they know what kwashiorkor
Kwashiorkor,
is. I was like,
kwashiorkor.
they know what a kwashiorkor is. I was like, huh?
Yeah, because it's a yeah,
But it's an actual medical
it's a
thing.
medical thing, and I tell you, like they've messed it up. Like, even because my mom uses all these like big big words, like those words are so heavy, and I'm just like, what kind of word is that? Like, what is that? But they learn English. That's why if you look at like documentaries of like maybe Tafawa Balewa or Nnamdi Ezekwe or Alvin Ikoku, like from the 60s and the 70s, and you listen to Wale Soyinka speak even now, or even like my grandparents, God rest their soul, especially from my mom's side, were very very educated, and so
Mm,
their command of the English language was so powerful. So they were very well spoken because they learned English under the British rule. And so the way they string sentences together, their tenses, their diction, amazing. Like even like my mom, because my mom is one of the younger siblings. So like my mom has, 70-year-old siblings. And so when they speak English, like, like you're like, professor, like,
mm,
because they learned English theoretically. But it's just, oh God, sometimes I'm like, I
mm.
want to say a word and I'm like, is that how you're supposed to say it?
Fam.
But yeah,
Like,
anyway.
I remember when I first moved to England, and in school they could not understand what I was saying, because
Mm,
turns out I wasn't pronouncing things properly,
yeah.
because in Belgium all I spoke was Dutch and English, but it was the English from my parents or
Mm.
church, and everyone was Nigerian. And then when we moved to England, before I started school, all I watched was Night of a Thousand Laugh. So
Do you think
I
that's why your
went,
accent didn't change?
possibly, but
Because when you
yeah,
speak Dutch, you don't. I can't get a tinge of your African accent from that. Like
really.
your Dutch is clean. Yeah.
Oh,
So that's why I'm saying that. Do you think that that's why your accent didn't change?
yeah,
Because
yeah.
when I was growing up, for example, I didn't speak. I understood Yoruba, but it wasn't spoken in my household. And my dad was very particular about it because he didn't want it to affect our accents. So when we moved to England,
Oh.
when we moved to England, we didn't struggle to have the accent switch because people, when I first started speaking things and I would speak to like maybe friends and people from Nigeria, they're like, your accent is, I'm like, I promise you, I'm not putting it on. Like my default
Yeah,
accent is this.
to be honest, I thought you were born here. When I first heard you in uni, I was like, oh, she's a proper like London person. Like she doesn't have an accent. But
But
yeah,
the thing is, when I
it's
speak
possibly
Yoruba
why.
though, when I speak Yoruba as well, you can't, you don't get a tinge of my British accent. So that actually might be why your accent didn't change
Mm,
because you didn't speak English amongst British people. Because I've
nah,
also noticed that my Irish friends and family, like their accent, when they're speaking like with their Irish accent, it's very thick Irish. But when they try to speak British, the ones who moved from Ireland to England, then you can start to you can really hear like a Nigerian tinge because a lot of their parents are very Nigerian, and then like I don't know, I think it's
yeah.
very funny, but I can't hear your Nigerian accent when you speak Dutch though. All right,
Oh, okay.
polyglot.
I try I'm trying not to lose it. But let's get back on track. What else happened this year? We had Donald Trump and Keir Starmer. Come, why are you squeezing face? It has
Because you're,
happened.
you're you're mentioning principalities and weapons formed and fashioned against the nations of the world. I'm not anyway,
how
carry on.
how how are you feeling about Keir Starmer so far? Did you see the 100,000 plus people petition? I don't know why people want to. They really want to go back
No.
to conservative after 14 years of that.
B,
Nah,
can I
nah, nah.
come in? Can I come in here?
Go on.
Can I come in here? You will stick it out
Do you get?
because you had 14 years. Let me break it down for you. I am 31 years old. The Conservatives went into power when I was in year 11. Yeah? Year 11. You guys had 14 years. You guys did sign petition. We had like 5 prime ministers in what? 3,
3 4 years?
4.
Yeah.
You guys didn't sign petitions. Now Labour's in government. They haven't spent 6 months. You guys want to kick them out. No, you wait it out. You gave David Cameron
No.
a chance. He didn't do anything. You gave Boris Johnson a chance. You gave Theresa May a chance. You gave Rishi Sunak a chance. You even gave what's her name? Liz Truss was prime minister.
Oh, that's true.
She will go down in history as being prime minister of this country. You guys didn't do a petition then. Now that Labour has come in, by the way, guys, don't take my passion as though I voted Labour because I didn't. But you now want to get rid of Keir Starmer. No. Leave him. Let him wait it out. Give him at least 2
Let him
years.
cook.
Let him
Well,
cook. Give.
we don't know what he's cooking,
I
but
mean, he's burning the place down, but let him cook because you guys voted him in. You guys voted Labour in, so let
the
him cook. That petition thing really, really annoyed me because you guys had Vim. So now you guys are tired. Now you're tired. No. You will stick it out. Let the man do whatever he wants. Let him cook. Him and Angela Rain, whatever her name is, our Chancellor of the Exchequer. Let them cook. Give them some time, and then let's see what comes of that. But I don't like that whole petition thing. You guys can
I
get out.
I was in uni when the Conservative Party did one of their event or something in Birmingham. I was a waiter.
Mm.
Like, and I remember I was in the back of the room. Someone was giving a speech. I even saw David Cameron there that day. So I was giving a speech, and I was saying in the back, I was shouting "Labour, Labour," and some people heard and turned around. All the other waiters just like left my side. I was
So
like,
it wouldn't
"Oh,
be them. So they
yeah,
wouldn't think it was them.
yeah." So they would know it was me. But yeah, it is interesting. The funny thing about this whole politics thing is, someone said there was a comment of someone saying, when I started earning over 100,000 plus a year, like way over 100,000 plus, I
hmm
realized that my labor beliefs no longer benefited my bank account. And we're asking a friend about, if he blows up tomorrow and is making millions, will he be fine with paying, like all the heavy taxes? And it's like, yeah, but you can always find a way around it. And we're like, that defeats the purpose of being, you can't say, now that you earn a lot, you're not going to pay taxes because, but you don't want to vote conservative, but you vote Labor, but you hide your taxes. It's like, come on, bro. Like, so it's, yeah, politics is interesting. The whole world it's falling apart, you know. But yeah, how did we feel about Nigeria this year? Some great music came out. Ozeba, 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 Ozeba. You know, what's his name? Tingy dropped also an album. Ashake dropped an album. We are Nigerians, so we don't have to talk about Nigeria. I know you're squeezing face because of T-Pain, but
No, I'm going to say this to you. So I would say this is the first time, in my opinion, where artists have dropped great music and it hasn't lifted the morale of the country. I want you guys to understand that this year Ashake dropped an album, Thames dropped an album, Ira Star dropped an
Arasa
album,
dropped an album.
Rema dropped an album,
Yeah.
Simi dropped an album. Like, you guys
Did
need to
Simi drop an
understand.
album?
Yes.
Oh,
You guys need to understand. Yemi Alade dropped an album, Grammy, babe. Yeah, like,
really?
yes.
I didn't know that.
Hers is nominated, Thames is nominated. I need you guys to understand. Didn't Whiskey just drop an album?
Whiskey dropped. Yeah, he dropped.
Like, you
Ariasa toured with Coldplay.
Coldplay, like,
Rema did a tour. Yeah,
you guys
they
have
were
to
busy.
you guys have to understand, like, Nigerian artists killed it this year. It hasn't lifted the morale in any way, shape, or form, because these people are now earning in dollars, but it's not making a lick of a difference because they still have to go back home, and they still have to go back home in their SUVs with bad roads, with the national grid falling
Fam, that national
more
grid
times than
thing
someone under the
is-
anointing. Like,
Oh.
this thing has collapsed more times this year than in the past 10 years. Like,
that's funny.
It's insane. Like, even with the exchange rate, because what I've started to do, like, my service to humanity is I started to shop more Nigerian. So, like, my hair is, you know, from Nigerian vendors. My clothes, I'm starting to wear a lot more sustainable clothing, which means that it's like made with sustainable material. You know, my jewelry to some extent is like, a lot of it is like Nigerian jewelry now. I just try to do my bits. You know, I'm investing in Nigeria and things like that. However, it's not moving the needle anywhere because morale is so down. Everyone is just talking and complaining. And I know that there was some kind of uproar about Davido going on an international platform and saying that he would, like, people who want to go back to Nigeria, why are you going back to Nigeria? Go back where? I agree with him, and I'll tell you why. Because for example, my parents moved me when I was younger, myself and my brothers. You know, your parents moved you when you were younger. A lot of our friends weren't born in Nigeria, actually. Were born, in Nigeria and in other African countries and then moved here, right? And I think it's basically, it's just all sentiment when you talk about, oh, you should always speak about pride when it comes to your country. You should speak with pride. You shouldn't, dumb down your country. American movies, they don't portray. I said, listen, Americans will tell you that taxes are going up, yeah? Insurance is expensive. But what they will tell you is that if they've got insurance, they're going to get good healthcare. If they pay their bills, power is on. If they work hard, even if they use food stamps, they will go to the shop and they will get food. The problem with Nigeria is that we are still complaining about things that should be basic. Guys, let me just bear with me, B. Please, apologies for me ranting on about this. When I wrote my master's research project, right? I'm very passionate about this, by the way. I wrote my master's research project and I wrote it on the sustainability of renewable energy in sub-Saharan Africa. And I got an opportunity to do a deep dive into our renewable energy potential and basically the sustainability of rare metals, yeah, in sub-Saharan Africa. And mainly I focused on Gabon, Nigeria, Ghana, and a bit of the, Democratic Republic of Congo, right? And at the time I did this this was in 2018, by the way. I submitted in 2018. And I remember that Nigeria didn't have a renewable energy plan for the next 20 years. At the time I did my research. We have one of the highest solar potentials in the world, and tidal and wind. Do you realize how insane it is that our potential for renewable energy across the board is one of the highest in the world? and we're here. So my question is, how can I go on a global stage as Davido and talk about my country in glorious light when we can't even harness solar? They say, my God,
But
sun is
we
beating me, sun
do
is beating
we
me, sun is beating
no
me.
wait,
But
are you
what
saying
is,
harness it as a country, as in the government take the lead on this?
yeah,
Or are you saying as because there are businesses that are doing
that's my
solar, but
problem. No,
it's now very
it's a
expensive because of the
governmental
way
thing.
things are.
B, you have a house. What do you do privately in that house? Do you get your energy privately? There needs to be
No.
some kind of grid, even if you get solar panels and everything and stuff. The government is trying to put incentives together to drive people more towards solar. And my thing is that B, I don't like it when people put a responsibility on celebrities to talk good about our country. Yemi Alade has been doing it for years, talking about how great Africa is. But guess
Mm.
what? She knows. She just says, "I love Africa." Africa is my home. She's not saying Africa is the best in the world. She's just saying it's my home. I'm gonna stick beside it. She wears her Ankara prints everywhere. But it doesn't, it's just denial. Because when our
It's a
president
good
went in,
continent,
like,
Savannah. It's a good
it's a good
continent.
content. B, our whole head of state, the commander in chief of the armed forces of Nigeria, went to a global summit and was talking out of his bum. Couldn't even tell,
Okay,
like, this man could not
you're
even
very
tell
okay.
you.
Okay,
No, hold on, sorry. This man
you're
could not
very
even tell
passionate
you
about.
what our problem is. So what I'm trying to say is that at the end of the day, I refuse to be in denial and be like, oh, but all in all, we're praying and everything, but the truth of the matter is we're being run by people who basically don't want to see this place go forward. And on that note, B, I rest my case. Thank you. I'm sorry, I'm just annoyed.
Okay,
Please leave Davido alone. Leave him alone.
I didn't. No,
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the people who are bashing this boy. Leave him. Leave
I
him.
mean, wait, was it not this year or was that last year? The old Davido, that French girl, that was last year. This year,
What happened to the French girl? Which French girl?
the one that people were the American girl, someone was potentially pregnant. Was that last year or this year?
Ah, we're
Was
going
that
there.
this year?
No, I think that was last year
That
though.
was last year.
No, because
Okay.
his wedding was middle of
Is
this year,
oh
so it kind of
yeah,
had.
he did a wedding this year.
Oh,
Speaking
talk
about
about weddings, B. Go on.
oh well, actually this year there were a lot of weddings this year. Jesus
Last to
Christ.
marry, say full. That's what they say.
Jesus Christ, there was a lot of weddings this year. Come to think of fam, both the ones that we saw online and both the ones we went to personally, there were a lot of weddings. Ah, ooh, but there's some Nigerian fashion this year has killed it though. Let's not lie, because I just remember the weddings and the flashbacks.
Vicky
Mm,
James.
see, okay,
If I had
this
a
will be my rant.
garden, if
This
I
will
had
be
a
my
garden,
rant.
I will give it to you.
This will be my rant. I don't understand the hate Vicky James gets. At first, I was like, I think when she got married, that's the first time I knew about her when she got married. And everyone was saying, oh, she was doing too much. Because she knelt down to praise God, she took mic to sing with the choir. She's doing too much. I'm like, when it's the first thing you're saying about this person, you're thinking, oh, is it true? Is it not true? Then I start seeing her body of work. I start seeing some of her, and I think the girl is literally just living her life, posting content, enjoying the success that she's gained so far because she's worked hard and actually she's just living life. But for some reason, Nigerians cannot let the girl be. They cannot let every chance they get. There was a big wedding that happened, the one that the singing girl went to, the girl from The Voice. I can't pronounce her name.
Oh, Anatoria. She went
Yes,
to Prudence and
Prudence. Okay, so
yeah, Peter Colley's wedding.
during that wedding,
A copy or Opi, I can't remember how. Yeah.
During that wedding, they saw Vicky James' dress. They said, why must our own be different from all the bridesmaids? Why must our own? This is how she always do. Only if they had just scrolled a few more, there were other people wearing similar dress. But no, our own. Oh, this is actually what is wrong with that. Again, let me even continue my rant about Nigerians. This year, I came to it's not like I didn't know. I knew, but this year I'm standing 10 toes in. Nigerians are not nice people.
Nigerians are horrible people.
Nigerians are not nice people.
I'm not saying this as we're casting.
Look,
No. On the whole, nasty. It just takes one thing to let you see it.
Van, Nigerians are fun. Nigerians are driven. Nigerians are a vibe. Nigerians put out good music, but in general, Nigerians are not nice. And before you come and say, "Oh, but I'm a nice person," in general, I'm not talking about just you specific, but as a whole, Nigerians are not nice people. Because let's actually continue this wedding and Nigerian commentary conversation this year. When Vicky James got married, she was doing too much. When the one
Sharon Oja.
no, the Ghanaian girl that married the singing guy, Moses Bliss, got
Mm.
married, everybody said, "Why did she dress like that? She didn't even do makeup." Vicky James did too much. This one, Christian, did quote unquote. But if you guys are just simple Google, you will know that that's in Ghanaian. You wear white. It's not over dramatic. It's not like it cannot be, but it's her style. Oh, she should come to Nigeria and see how we do it. But when someone in Nigeria did it, oh, why is she doing too much? No, 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 no. The other Christian person got married. First, they said the woman was squeezing face. They said, oh, then they said, oh, why all these Christian men marrying all these abroad women? There is always Nigeria cannot be satisfied
Bad
about
vibes, man.
anything. About even when this Sharon Oja wants to get married. Oh, the man has done this before. Oh, I was just like, Jesus Christ, man. Nigerians is okay.
Do you know? Can I just chip in on that wedding thing? And I'm going to tell you something that Nigerians annoyed me with this year is the fact that your hate was showing, your pant was showing. I'm telling you,
Full
you
on.
like
Full
it was
on.
so bad. Like every, celebrities and non-celebrities, everyone was getting. A lot of people got married this year, and it was just like you guys nitpicked everything to death. Vicky James has always been like, even from like, how people are like designers, and you can always tell, oh, this is what's her name, Andrea Yama. Like she's very simple, yet elegant. Vicky James is loud and bold. Prudence is more like classic, chic. I don't know, like everyone has their style. So if someone like Vicky James was getting married, Biko, what did you think was going to happen? I need you guys to tell me, because her wedding was a fashion show. People came, like they represented. Yeah, you said she did too much. Marie, who got married to Moses Bliss, she literally said she wanted to do her hair herself. She got on this girl's socials. She's a simple girl. She did her thing. She didn't come to your house and ask for like your credit card to pay for a wedding. They paid for it themselves. It's not your business. Sharon Oja did her own. You guys went to go do a background check on her husband. Prudence and Peter did their own. You said they can't kiss. You said his best man was doing too much. He was
Crying that why was he
crying too
crying?
much.
That is he potentially gay? I was just
Honestly,
like, Jesus
Theophilus
Christ, man.
got married. You said, oh, as a wife of a music minister, why is she showing her shoulders? In fact, can I tell you the one that shocked me the most? Believe it or not, was Theophilus Sunday's one. They said, why did he turn his reception into a revival? Have you heard this man's lyrics? This every
Like,
fiber of his being is sold out to Christ. And what do you think his wedding was going to look like?
you know what you are going to get with some people. And
Honestly,
it's not wrong to have opinions, but this is why Andrea Yama didn't let you people know she was getting married.
honestly, even
This
Johnny,
this one is
Johnny Drill
until
kept
it
it on the
dropped.
wraps.
You people didn't know.
Like it's crazy to me. So I feel like you guys, your pant really showed this time. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to use that, but like you guys showed your hateration. You guys showed your hateration because it's someone's happy day. It's someone's happy day, and you guys were just the nonsense I was just reading. You guys, you came for every single one of them, and that Vicky James one, leave her alone. She's a content creator. She's always been
She's
loud about her
always
life.
done that. Like,
Now she's married, and guess what? She's married a man who loves who she is. Like,
you know the thing is,
leave her alone. She found her mate. Leave her.
I think the thing is this, especially Nigerians, and when you take Nigerian Christianity, their own form of Christianity, I think Nigerians for some reason don't believe that you can be successful as a Christian, but you are not allowed to be proud. Not be prideful, you're just not allowed to be proud and say, "Oh my God, guys, see what God has done for me."
Because you're tone deaf. It makes you
You know,
it makes you tone deaf. You're not being conscious
like
of what's going on around you.
no, it's not.
Shut up.
It's not even about that. It's not actually. That's even the least of it. It's more of just like culturally, they just feel like hold your Bible to your chest.
They're very
Uh,
conservative.
yeah, about like please let me be loud and celebrate and enjoy. Like guys, next week is Christmas. I'm sure another thing will come out for all of you to talk about. But let's before you post it, take a second, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, especially Christians, would Jesus post this?
Mm.
Would
Let's even
Jesus?
say Jesus is the ultimate. Let's take a step back. Why are you posting it? Not
No,
even
no, no, no.
no
If
no
you ask
no.
them why, to them, their own why is justified. It's Jesus. Jesus. They not even they
B.
listen. See, you are saying
You're
they not
saying
they
Jesus
listen
like
to
they don't go to
Jesus finish.
church. They go to
Hold on.
church.
I said especially Christians. Now Christians I talk, the ones where they go church.
That's
Because
what
now
I'm
the
saying.
ones where they
No,
go church.
they go to church and they listen.
Eh,
B. These people are tweeting their vile stuff from inside the church.
that's what I'm saying. That's why I said they
So
not they listen. If they are,
what would Jesus do? Is not going to do anything to these people. I'm telling you, it won't do
that's why I
anything.
said because they don't think of Jesus. That's why they should first ask themselves. Because if you ask them their why, they will justify their why. Let them first ask themselves.
Fair enough.
What did Jesus go do? Jesus go write this kind of thing.
Hmm.
But that aside, anyway, it's been a very passionate year. It's been a very
But we haven't said
Jim.
anything personal about like how we found this year though,
Huh.
because we've just done a world recap.
Mm.
Was that a diversion? Like, so we don't, was that a deflection?
It,
So we don't talk about ourselves?
no,
Like,
man, I didn't even know we were going to touch on us. How have we found this year? Van start.
mm-mm.
Because now me finish rant start. Well, how was your year? What did you think?
Honestly, this year didn't go as planned. Man, what Nigerians say, man proposes, God disposes.
Hmm.
But I had a life-changing event this year for the better. So I'm grateful that happened. Um, I'm grateful for my family. God really kept us. God really held us this year. It was a tough year. It was a tough year for everybody. But God held us, and I'm here. I'm standing. Overall, as I said, this year, how do I say? This year felt like a transition
Hmm.
year for me. I feel like next year is gonna bang, and this year I had to get through a lot of the things I got through this year. So next year I would, hit the ground running.
Hit the ground running.
So this year was, yeah.
If next year not bang. Hmm.
Let's not even speak that into the year. It's gonna bang.
If next year not bang, Angel Gabriel, Michael, and God, Jesus standing at the right side of the Father, they go hear him. May next year not bang.
Can we please quickly touch on the fact that FK went to MFM this year?
See,
That's what this year looks like. Like I held God's garment. I did Hallelujah challenge twice this year. I held on to God and I said, God,
see,
my Hallelujah challenge and journal is right here. I said, God, I know what I want, and you will do it.
this
Me
year
and
I
you,
go do mood board to give God.
me and
Before I
you,
didn't used
yeah.
to do. I stopped doing all those resolution. I
Resolutions
just
and
have
stuff.
plans and things I know key targets I need to hit
Mm.
in the year. All the key targets. Where did they? Where did they? Like I said earlier, I am content. I'm at peace, But I feel like you are still allowed to run to God and tell God, like, yo, because this year, so I lost like 50% of my income. So because towards the end of 2023. But in my head, I was like, the fact that I was there before, I can get there again. So coming into 2024, there was the excitement. I had plans. There were things I was going to do. And I also did the thing of bet on yourself. What was the plan? Stick to it. That one you don't want to segue to go and you wait a bit and then but even during the year, I learned to not tell God what I think the solution is and just trust God. And I know in saying that, just trust God. And you just heard me rant. But it's like God, as per what did they sup? you know the look time. And yes, my brain is saying God's timing is the best, but there's bills to pay. Because God's timing or not God's timing, they will knock on your door and ask you, Oga, well, you gotta pay up, man. But overall, like I said, I did learn to be content. I did learn to find the joy in the little things. Not even the joy in the little things. Understand that provision and help can come in other ways than you think. You know. And what did anything major happen this year? I didn't have anything like big. I'm really trying to think. I didn't have anything like massive. Um, but but I was determined for September, October, November, December, um, to just put my head down, work, and I have been doing that. That's why you guys have the podcast. I've made some progress with the clothing line, developing an app. So next year we'll see what happens. But overall, we're alive. We thank God. God is good, you know. So glory be to God. The enemy. Glory be to God. I just remember that line because they sang it in church. But I just
Okay.
like that. Glory be to God. They will not be doing the beat. Dum, 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 the bass will be doing. Yeah. Glory
What is
be to
happening?
God.
What's going on?
I remembered where I heard it from. Do I have a video? Guys, give me 1 minute.
Mm-mm.
Do I have a video? I remember where I heard it from. Because I said I heard it in church. I heard it
Please
in
don't tell me you're
church.
singing what I think you're singing.
What do you think I'm singing? Sing it, let me hear.
No, 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 no. I want play it if you find it. I'm
No,
very curious
sing
about
it.
this. No,
Sing
no,
it first.
no.
No, I'm being serious. Sing it first so I'll know. Because I can't even remember what month.
So what's the song?
Something about glory be to God. We trample on the
Okay.
enemy.
Oh, okay. It's not
Glory
the one
be.
I think it is.
What were you thinking?
It's a different one. Don't worry.
No, sing your own now. Let me hear.
The one
Maybe
I
I'll
know
learn the
is
song.
ay, 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 glory be to
Hey, that's the one
God.
now. Ah, yeah, the lady was singing. Ah, yeah, 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 yeah,
B,
yeah.
you're joking.
That's the one. And then she
Hey.
was doing the ad lib in the middle. Then she now say, "We trample on the enemy." Then I say, "Glory be to God." They should not do the. I didn't even know "Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah" was part of the song. I thought it was her just being in the moment, like "Ah, yeah, 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 yeah." Let me see if I can find. I can't find the video I'm looking for.
Glory be to
Why?
God.
What song is that you
It's
are
from
singing?
isn't that David Dam?
Victorious, you say glory.
Glory be to
Uh-huh.
God. Yeah. Oh, B, you need to get your music game together. Like what was that?
Wait, so that's not how they used to sing it.
I mean, you didn't. It sounded like a song I knew, but you do it. Wait, what we doing? What is this?
No, I was trying to find the. No, then she switched to the "Do Your Will." Do your will. Okay, yeah. Wait, so what's
Oh,
the
that's my
song?
song. I've come in the volume of the book. It
No, what?
was
So what's the
written
name of
about
the
me.
song?
I think
You
it's
said.
glory to God or glory be to God.
I
David
was singing
Dam.
it. I was singing it right now. Was I not singing it right?
To do your will, oh God.
See, no. Wait. Yes, we want to do
I've
gospel, but
come in
you
the
see, is that
volume
is
of
that
the
type of
book.
song that God was
It
using to
was
put all of you
written
through trials
about
and
me.
tribulation? You will be singing things
To
like,
do
"Who is calling my name?
your
Who is calling my
oh
name?" And
I
there
am
to
a
uh,
soldier at the
see
battlefield,
next year.
waiting to hear the voice
Next
of my
year,
commander.
I'm
It's
just telling
time
people now.
to
Next year, I know they
go.
do
I
God's
know.
strongest army. I know they do God's strongest army next year. And let me also tell you people, Zubi, Bimbo, people should leave me alone.
Mm-mm.
Next year, don't do my production manager, my salty.
B, can
People
you
should
stop
leave me alone.
lying? You love it.
I'm going on annual leave.
You love it. You love it.
After
Stop. Okay. B,
Major Imani
I
was
don't know
great.
Zubi, but Zubi Zubi,
Zubi is
Bimbo.
a part of warehouse worship.
I know. I don't know him personally, so I'm just saying that. Hi, nice to meet you. Zubi,
They should leave
Bimbo.
me alone.
He is a liar. He is lying. He loves it.
Actually,
he loves
when
it
this
so
episode
much.
drops, I will send it to them so that they can hear. This is me handing in my annual leave.
He's lying. This guy will tell me, "Oh my
The
god,
whole
look
of
at
the whole of
Van,
January.
Van, look at the production. Like, look at that.
The
That
whole,
was me,
the
you
whole,
know.
no.
That was me, you know.
That's not even what I say.
That
Don't even say that.
No,
all you hear is me rant and complain.
No, you're like, oh, that's what, you know, what we're working on. Look at it. That's the finished product. That's the finished product. Did you not send me a link? Did you not send me a link?
I sent you a
not
link
send
now.
me a link?
Were you not blessed?
What's that got to do with anything? But
it was to bless you, not to. All I'm just saying is next year, God, me, I don't want to do God's strongest army. I am tired.
He's calling my name.
Jesus, I'm on annual leave.
Calling my name.
I am on annual leave.
What did
Thank
the song
you.
say? Jesus, if you call my name, I will answer 1,000,000,000 times.
Now you go answer that next year. You they sing that. You they sing that song now. You they sing that song now. As if you don't know the type of God where they serve. If you want God do trial, you know as he carry.
God has tried me this year, so next year is my year of Tobechuku. Tobechuku.
It should be me a year of Tobechuku. It should be. Hey, you don't understand. We go fight this. Hey, to God, it's 6th of June. It's something not happen by 6th of June. When I go yes say. It not gonna be Bible story. Now go yes say one man they wrestle with God.
You know
for Liverpool Quiz Square. He hold God waist. Angel they fly. He carry the angel come grant.
Do you know what Theophilus said? There is prophecy over you. You cannot give up now. You cannot.
It is well.
We literally sang for the last 5 minutes of this episode.
Guys, we hope
we didn't sing any Christmas songs. Imagine.
I hope you're enjoying Christmas. Enjoy your chicken. But we want to say thank you once again. Next year is going to be really good. We're so excited for everything that's going to happen. As you can tell, we're excited for next year. Some are ready to do God's strongest army. Some are ready to
I didn't say that. I just said that.
In the,
I'm ready for God to use me, mightily in good ways. So I'm expecting. But yeah, I'm looking. I honestly, I pray for everyone for your 2025. I pray it's going to be amazing. But also this year, guys, you just being here is enough. Like, don't put pressure on yourself.
Pat yourself on the back, or you survived it.
This year was tough. This year was tough across the board. Like, thank God for social media, because we've seen how everyone else has found this year. This year was tough. So well done. Well done. Honestly, you might not have ticked everything off of your list. Let's just get serious for a minute. Like, you might not have ticked everything off of your list, but you've done an amazing job because you're still here. People gave up halfway through the and said, I'm not doing this anymore. You made it. Like, people just said, let the chips fall where they may, but you still tried. Even to this moment, you're still trying that. God can turn things around at the 11th hour, and that's not something that everyone else has the strength and the willpower to do. So well done.
Preach on.
Take your flowers. You did good. But thank you, everyone, for supporting us. We really appreciate you.
How did they talk to this? And on that note,
the 2024 season is over.
My white people dance. My white people dance. All right, guys. Have a great... Enjoy the holiday seasons, and we'll see you next year.
Bye, guys.
Bye.